Hello, hello, and welcome. We are so excited to have all of you ladies on with us, and for whoever is going to watch this recording. This Wednesday Zoom is one of our absolute favorites. We get to talk about the wisdom and the blessing of growing an income source with Plexus, our experience as Christian, heart in our home women, and how we have seen this just bless our kids and our families and those that we know and our friends and our circles. And hopefully, our goal is to pass that on to you. If you're watching this thinking, I wonder if I could do this, or would this be for me, or having all these different questions or thoughts, we want to just get to show you what we've experienced and why. So I'm going to start off with the why first, show you what we do and a little bit of how it looks when it builds itself out, what you would be doing if you said yes to this, and how that would bless your family. And then we'll get into our stories and what we've experienced as moms of multiple kiddos that are just as busy and have all the things going on, right? So I'll start with this quick little PowerPoint, and then we're going to share some of that nitty gritty heart stuff afterwards. So I'm going to pull this up here, and just what is Plexus and how do we earn here really simply. So we are the original gut health company. Maybe you're using your products right now, or you just ordered them, or you're thinking about ordering, and this draws you in. We have an incredible gut and hormone balance line that focuses on the microbiome of the body. Our products are for all ages, all gender, all the people, because gut health is core. You've probably seen that, experienced that. All of these different health issues that you see here, plus so many more, connect to that. So, what I like to tell women when they're considering this or pursuing this is that you can be so incredibly proud and confident in what you're offering actually helps address root causes and make changes with people. We're going to talk about the money side today for a little bit, but the products are our foundation. We wouldn't be here unless we had this line to share with others and help people make real changes. So you can be very confident in what you're drinking and what you're telling others about. And what makes this a great business model is everybody needs this. Everybody needs gut health improvement. Everybody needs insulin sensitivity. Everyone needs cellular health. It's not a vanity product that can come or go. It's a staple in your life, improving your day product. So that's what you have with our product line. You can be very confident in that. Our triplex is our center. This is that gut health, hormone health combo that most people want to start with. And then on top of it, we have this incredible 3-day reset. And right now, if you're watching this, most likely this 3-day reset is a free gift with purchase. This helps you really exaggerate your results. I just had a woman message me today and she said, I am obsessed. I am loving this 3-day reset and how I feel. So excited to jump into my triplex. This is a free gift with purchase and so beneficial for your friends or family. So you want to do this with your mom, your sister, your cousin, your husband, your dad. You want to have them experience this with you for sure. Okay, so that's our products briefly. Now the how to earn. So it's simply that, let's say you got a triplex and a free reset. Maybe you did that last month, or you're about to order that this month or several months ago. You are now able to pass that on to others. As a customer, you have a referral link. It's just like an easy clickable link that you can send someone and they can order their own products with that great discount through your referral. When that happens, Plexus pays you. There's no advertisements or middle people. There's no billboards or celebrities. It's you being the mouthpiece for these products and connecting your friends to them, and that's why you are compensated for that. And the awesome thing about it is it's not just 1 month. It's every single month. When your mom is feeling great, losing weight, or her bloating's down, or your sister's acne is improving, all of those things happening, and they order month after month after month, you get paid month after month after month. It's a consumable product that happens over and over again. And when you're first sharing, you get these awesome first sharing bonuses. So right now, like I have a gal that she's earning over $500 this month for her family, and she just ordered products a week or two ago. and she's just grabbing a few friends to use them with her. So really quick, easy, fun cash payout with that. And that is just the beginning. So you might share with your few people, mom, brother, sister, friend, someone on Facebook when you post when you post it. But then the awesome thing about Plexus and this model, and why when you hear our stories, why we've been able to build six-figure businesses is because of how this builds out. So you might tell your sister and she's loving the product line, and then she thinks of a friend who could use the products as well. And when that friend orders, she gets the commissions, and that extends itself. So it is not just you sharing with your network, but the people you share with being able to share with their network. And that is the power of network marketing. If you look at other business models, I'm going to pull this away for a second. And if you look at other business models, they are usually just you to the consumer. So for example, I used to sell jewelry. I made homemade jewelry. I had an Etsy store. I loved doing that. It was a way that I wanted to help increase my family's income. But the problem with it is it was a one-time sale that someone doesn't need 10, 15, 20 pieces of my jewelry. Like, I thought it was great, but nobody needs to buy that much of the same item. And also there was no way for them to help pass that on in a way that benefited them. So it was just me to the consumer. So we see that a lot with affiliate marketing, or maybe I also used to bake bread, right? I would spend all this time making gluten-free loaves, selling them at a coffee shop. That was just, I worked for that hour to produce those 2 loaves, sold them, and it was over. There was no way for it to continue on. So when we talk about the wisdom in network marketing and the wisdom with Plexus, you have a product line that people need, something that is effective and works with no risk. With our 60-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk in your mom trying it with you, or your sister trying it with you, or a friend. We have a less than 2% return rate. So I like to tell people there's a 98% chance you're going to fall in love with what you're using, and your friends will as well, but that passes on. And so that is where, when you hear our stories right now, this builds itself out, one person to the next person, in the power of network marketing. And that is why you see these large income, monthly, yearly income amounts come from. So you're about to hear, my family is blessed to be a diamond family with Plexus. Brenda's going to share her story. They are both diamonds, her and her husband in Plexus. Sherry's going to share, she's a sapphire in Plexus, almost diamond, working on that. So we are 3 regular women with lots of little kiddos at our feet who have been able to build out an income stream to bless our families in this model. And that's why we are passionate about sharing it with others. So that is my little view there on what is Plexus, how does it build out, and what does it look like? And now we're going to get into the stories behind this. So Brenda, if I could pass it over to you, and if you would just share what this was for y'all when you found it, and your heart for bringing other women in.
Yes, I just love that you shared that little tidbit. Reminder for those of us who have been aware of Plexus for a while, and new information for those who haven't, because I get excited about it every single time. I have been sharing Plexus for over 11 years, and I'm still just as excited today to let the next person know as I was then, because the products are still working. Just like Amber said this morning, she had someone say, "Wow, I love this." I get those messages too. I'm still changing lives. And this business has not only blessed our family, but thousands of other mamas on my team that are making amazing income for their families, life-changing paychecks. And so that's what, just like Amber was saying, that's the power of this. We're going to go into that some more. I really want to talk about the beauty of a business like this versus a lot of what would be called traditional businesses. But she called us regular women, and I like that because that's exactly what we are. I think you all would put yourselves in a category of regular women, like nothing super special, nothing like extraordinary about us other than that we chose maybe some out of the norm things, not so ordinary, with like this with Plexus. And I know when we first started, I have 11 children, we were homeschooling, I was living my dream of a large family at home. Dad was working a business at home, which of course was struggling. It was feast or famine. If any of you have ever built your own home business, we were doing custom cabinetry. We were doing a lot of high-end homes, but with that came so much headache. It was all up to us, 100% up to us to market, to design, to build, to install, and make a customer happy. It was on my husband and I. He would have a guy helping him every now and then, but mostly he raised his boys to help. And that's the life we were living. And we were just facing what I call a bleak future financially. Don't get me wrong, we were loving our life. Like I said, it was a dream. We were just very normal people. But we understood that the future could be so much better and different. We had 8 sons that we were thinking of them and their futures. And we knew they were going to be entrepreneur minded, just like us. And we knew that they would have dreams and visions we wanted to, and be able to come along and help and support them in getting started, because we didn't have that help from our parents. And we wanted, we just had different vision. And that was our vision. And that's really what I think, caused us to just pray earnestly for the Lord to bring something. And while my husband thought it just meant more jobs, I deep inside knew it was going to be something different and something big. And I felt almost like I didn't dare like say it out loud or even pray about it too much, but I just knew it was going to be something big. So when Plexus came, and by the way, I had like 3 or 4 other opportunities similar to this before that I thought maybe this is the one. Maybe this will be it. And I brought it to my husband, and he looked at it, and he's so much wiser than me, and he always would say, "You know what? I just don't think this would be worth your time." Until Plexus, that looked entirely different. And that's why we are so excited to share this, because I still see what other people are doing in other companies. I'm still watching other moms and dads struggle to build their brick and mortar business. And I have experienced this, and I'm still excited to say this works. It is a unique opportunity. It is worth your time. It's not magical, though. Okay. Some people look at my story and be like, wow, you were so busy and you still build it. I put a lot of long hours in. We set aside some things in order to focus on this business. My husband and I traveled to meet other Plexus ambassadors and to go help some people get started in their communities. And we just put in a lot of hours just because we know that's what it takes to build a business. You don't just build a business sitting here typing in a few posts every day. You build a business with lots of long hours and passion and work ethic. So that's our story, how we, like, a little bit of the background of why we got excited about this, why we built, and how we became top earners in the company and helping so many other people achieve those goals too for their families. So that's my story.
I love it. I love it. And it has been so worth it, right? I love how you said it's not magical, because I think sometimes maybe in the past, maybe if you're listening to this and you've done a business model like this before, there's kind of this idea that, oh, I'll see if it works, right? And it's a lottery ticket kind of mindset of I'll try it and see if it works. And what I love to share with women is my own story. I started this at 23 years old and had the thought, let me see if it works. I heard women share stories like this. I went to an event in person and the ladies were talking about the income they've been able to make. I already knew I enjoyed the products and that the products were legit. So I thought, let me see if I can do it. I had this lottery ticket mentality. Let me see if I'll get lucky. And what happened was about 6 months in, I wasn't getting lucky, because guess what? It's not a lottery ticket, right? It takes work and it takes effort. It also takes growing outside of your comfort zone. We talk about that a lot. So I had to face a lot of insecurities. I had to face a lot of doubts. And Sherry said it last week. I love it. You can't have a vision for your future. And no, she said this, you can't doubt your future that it could happen, but then work with vision in the day. And so I was doing that always in the back of my mind. Well, we'll see if it works. I don't know if it actually can. Maybe they can and I can't, but trying to work with vision, right? It just didn't go together. So I remember going to my mom and saying, I think I'm going to quit. I'm going to take the products forever, but I don't think this business is for me. Remember, I was 23, 24. I just didn't have that right mentality. And she said, Amber, you're just learning. You're in the learning process and you have to fail forward. Like that is part of this. So I kind of started shifting my mindset and just went to work in a different, like, it's not a lottery ticket. but I can figure it out. It is work, but it's puzzle pieces that can be put together. And I knew that I could if I was able to put in the work ethic. So that goal, that vision, what Brenda was saying, I wanted my husband home. I didn't want us for the next 20, 30, 40 years for him to be working 6, 7 days a week, just to try to get us financially ahead. I wanted more. I wanted abundance. I wanted time. And so, spending a few years of growing that, putting in time, putting those puzzle pieces together, changing my thoughts, doing the actual work, and was able to retire him. He's a little younger than me, so he was able to sell his concrete business at 25 years old. And we became a full time. So it's been 8, 9 years now, full time, just Plexus as our income source. And we now get to farm as a family every day for fun. I always tell people farming costs more money than it makes. That's where we spend our extra money, is on those cows and in the farm, but we enjoy it because it's the lifestyle as a family we wanted. And it has been so worth it. So that would be my story. And on top of what you said, Brenda, with like, it's not magical. It is work, but it is worthy work. And it is something that is built brick upon brick upon brick. So if you've had the experience before, maybe it didn't quite work out for you, I would love to hopefully share that experience with you and say this can be different if our thought process towards it is different, right? So with that shared, I'm going to pass it over to Sherry. Sherry, what are your thoughts on this, friend? I would love to hear your story and maybe your experience and what you want other women to know who are considering this.
Yeah. Okay, I'm already excited just from hearing your story. And Brenda, even though I've heard your story over and over again, but the vision that we have for our families, like I look at Brenda's, like she was already working towards this vision. What's this vision? A lot of us have this vision of not just moms being at home, but fathers being involved in the home as well. And I was just talking to some friends of mine this week about how it wasn't that long ago that families worked together on businesses. And I think there's a bit of us that is we lost that in the Industrial Revolution. We're trying to like pull that back in, but we're trying to figure out how can we do this? And I know my mom was trying to do that. I was raised in that world as well. And so I hear entrepreneurs in both Brenda and her family, like you're selling bread, you're selling all this stuff. And for me, I was like raising dogs and things like that, like trying to find something to make it so that you can provide and also have something for your future. And so that's why when network marketing came into my life, and specifically with Plexus, it just blew my mind. I'm like, I didn't even know this kind of thing was possible because I knew the work of an entrepreneur. Like my parents did that. I know what it looks like to build a business. And so I didn't look at network marketing as just like this little thing. To me, it was a business and we worked it like a business. The only thing was that it gave us so much, a totally different playing field with what we were working with. Like if I raise dogs and I have 20 dogs, pups to sell, you have to sell those dogs at that time when it's happening. You're on the schedule of that dog, which is nothing wrong with that, but there's limitations to that. Whereas in Plexus, it's like you set your hours exactly when you want them. You do it when you want it. You create what you want to wait. The moldability of it is absolutely incredible. I cannot think of any other thing that gives that kind of flexibility. So when you're looking at a mom building 6 figures or more, for her to be able to mold her business like that and make it work for her family, where her family doesn't have to bend around the business really, like, yes, you prioritize it, but the flexibility is incredible. It's just purely incredible. So with Wes and I was the entrepreneur-minded one because I was raised that way. Wes was not. He was raised to be an employee. He'd gone job to job trying to find a job that would provide for his family the life that he wanted, because that was the biggest of the vision he'd ever been shown, which I think some of you on this Zoom, you may relate to me or Amber or Brenda of already kind of having that entrepreneurial mind, or you might be more like my husband who has never seen the freedom that your own business can have. Like just your own business in general opens up the whole world for what you can do. Network marketing to me just takes it to the whole next level. That's what it does. So if you relate to my husband, where you've never seen how much freedom comes to you with your schedule and everything when you own your own job, and how much, you can involve your children in what you're doing. And we're talking about teaching our kids as we work. Like there's lots of moms that are homeschooling. That's sort of like running your own school, right? You get to do whatever you want. It's that kind of freedom. You still have to show up. You still have to do the work, but you have that freedom. But I think network marketing gives a great, and specifically Plexus, I'm saying network marketing, but I mean Plexus, gives a great opportunity for someone who's not entrepreneurial, who's never dabbled into that, to learn how to build a business. Like, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get into it. Whereas when I bought a dog, you're spending $1,000 just on the dog. There's so much cost up front that you have to do. You don't have to do that. You just get to come in, learn the skills, and you can take those skills into anything in life. And the thing that gets me is the amount. So this business is basically developing yourself, developing other people. Well, I'm a young mom. I started this when I was 20, early 20s. My kids were really little. Now my kids are getting into their early teen years, or 10, 12 ages. And the amount that I rely on my skills in network marketing with developing people and pull that into my home for my kids is uncanny. Like, I'm constantly pulling on that experience to be like, okay, if we develop people this way for business, how does that impact how I'm developing my kids too? Like, I pull from that experience and knowledge all the time. And that in itself, I would do network marketing and Plexus just for that experience so that I could have that skill behind me in motherhood. So I'm just going to stop right there.
I love it. I think we'd all say it's made us better moms because of that self-awareness, right? In our conversations and our words and our actions. And I think one of the heartbreaking sides of this is seeing women come in really having a dream and vision, but their mindset is what stops them. Their thoughts of like, I don't think I'm good enough, or maybe wanting a quick thing and it takes longer than they thought. And so being able to raise our children with different thought processes so that they can be entrepreneurial minded has been such a blessing, right? And love helping other women walk through those thoughts, just like we all had to conquer them in different ways, so that they can get to that blessing for their home. And I think anybody watching this, whether you are more traditional minded or entrepreneurial minded or however you grew up, you're watching it because you want freedom from something, right? Freedom from lack of finances and the stress that brings, freedom from a job that is not life-giving. I always think, like, when I look at my husband, we only have one life to live. Like, I want to live that boldly and abundantly and brightly with so much joy. I talked to a woman who said, my husband goes to a job every day that he hates, that drains the life out of him, and he's 60, 70 hours a week, and there's hardly anything left. And that was her desire to build something brick upon brick, put in that work ethic and that times to free him from the chains of that. And so just like you said, Sherry, back in the day, we also used to work together. Dads were at home plowing, farming, boys were out with them, and it was a different society and structure. And now we're all pulled apart. So network marketing, being able to bring us back together and create that freedom, is that passion that we've all seen, right? And that no cap. I know, Sherry, I'll add to your story. Her husband, they want their own ranch, right? They grew up ranching. He ranches for other people, and they want their own ranch. And traditionally, that never would have been possible, buying land, being able to build that out. But you guys are getting really close to be able to make that happen because of the finances through Plexus. So, like, all of those dreams actually being possible. And that's what we found here. But I'm going to keep this short. I hope that this has inspired you of like, okay, I can see how that works. I tell my mom, and if she loves the product, she tells someone, and that every single month that they reorder, and that builds and that builds. If these three average women, by average, I mean like, we're just really not special, can figure it out. If we have over 100, getting close to 120 families on our team alone that have been able to build 6-figure-a-year businesses. Like, so if that shares or shows anything, the ability to do this with that work ethic, with that mindset of teach me, So that's what I want you to do. If you're watching this, go message the person that sent it to you and say, "Hey, tell me what the next steps would be." Like I would like to take that action into 2025, into a new year, right? We're all coming up on a new year. You design that. Like what do you want that to build out and look like and get you somewhere, right? So message the person who invited you. Thank you so much, Brenda. Sherry, thank you ladies for being on. Send this to a friend that you want to work alongside as well and be inspired with to make 2025 different and freer. And we're excited to see you guys on, hear your stories soon and see you on this side of things. So thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you. I want to just quick add, we will not be doing this the rest of December, but come January, you will hear from us again. We will hop on in January and do this every Wednesday as per usual.
Yes. Enjoy your holidays, friends. Thank you so much.
Bye now.